Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a lot of gold from flipping Dragonflight recipes. Now these recipes are a lot better to flip for one main reason is that they sell very quickly compared to other recipes. Alright, so here is just some proof of the recipes actually selling, and you can make a lot of profit from this. So this is the TSM ledger and we just have this one group selected, so just the Dragonflight plans. And as you can see, we've made over $1 million gold profit from just flipping these, and these sell very quickly. As you can see, like 134k profit just off these ones right here. Some of the crimson ones that I was talking about that went up in price crazy. As you can see, 98k, 85k profit. And this is the column right here of how many we've sold. So as you can see, you do sell a lot of them, and they sell very quick compared to like old expansion plans and recipes and things like that. They sell extremely quick and they're very easy to sell and make a lot of profit from in Dragonflight. So there's just some proof that I have personally been selling them and that you can make some really nice profits from flipping them. Like, look at the percent of the profit margin. Like, some of them are pretty crazy. Like, the amount of profit percent, the ROI is really good on flipping these plans. Because they're current content, they have the quickest sell rate for the recipes out of all the recipes. So we're going to be showing you how to do it and how it works and what to look out for. Alright, to start off with, what you're going to need obviously is TSM and everything for flipping. And you obviously want to make some groups with the recipes. So I have this set up in the flipping guide, so if you're in the flipping guide you can download or import all these groups to your TSM and have exactly what I have with the operations ready to go. And we have a group under Dragonflight flips, which is plans. So this way I have all the plans, the recipes, all of that inside of this. So the basic way of doing this would be just running a scan on this. Now this is just if you're flipping on one specific realm, and what it will do is it will bring up a percent on the side, and this is a percent of the market value. So at 100% it means it's exactly at the market value. The lower it is, it means the better the deal. The higher it is, the more overpriced over the market value it is. So what you can do is you can go through and you can actually scan and then sort it from the lowest to the highest, and you can go through these and you could buy these. Like, for an example, this is a good one to buy. There is 2, 4, there's 5 of them listed. So what we could do with this, it's got a really good sell rate. What we could do is buy out all of these until the 3K gold one, and then we could resell every single one of these for 3K each. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and buy up all of these. Just wait for it to load here. Alright, we got 3 more to buy. And now the good part about this, if you look at the sell rate, it's very high for recipes in general. Because it's current content, it sells a lot quicker, and we should be able to sell these. Now what I'll do with that exact item is that I'll keep 1 on this realm and I'll move the rest of them to other realms. Like, if you look at the region market value average, it's 13k. So on average they're going for around 13k across all of the region, and then the region sell average, they're selling for on average for 8.2k across all the different realms. So we should be able to get around like 10, maybe even over 10k for these on some realms. So we'll move over some of the leftover ones to different realms. Or if you're just flipping on one realm, you can just sell them on the realm that you bought them from and just slowly sell them for a profit over time. Let's look at this right here. Not too much of a profit. They have a good sell rate. We'll just see how many are actually posted of this one. So there's a bit too many. It's not. You could do that and you could definitely make some profit off it, but we'll see if there's any more that are a bit more of a profit. So we'll let the scan finish and we'll see what deals are up. So this is just the first method, and this is what I would say it would just be the easiest method to start off and get into it with. Just flipping on your same realm that you have all your gold on, for an example. But if you had 2 accounts, you can do cross realm flipping, and this is where you would buy it on the cheapest possible realm and then move it to a more profitable realm. Now that can be very profitable and very good way to do it. But not everyone has obviously 2 accounts to go ahead and do that. But if you do, I do recommend doing it that way, and I'll teach you that method a bit later on in the video. Alright, so the scan is complete. We can go through here and we can see which one's actually worth buying. So this one's a good example. The market value is 600 gold. It's posted for 100 gold. The region sale average is 436 gold. So what we could do is we could buy out all of these and reset the market completely on this round, but there is a decent amount of them. So let's just move our way down here. There's some listed for 50 gold. How many are posted? So a decent amount. Now you could definitely buy all of these out, which I guess we could honestly do and would still make a good profit from doing so. So we'll go ahead and actually do that. Let's start off with this one. We'll buy out all of these, so every single one, which is going to take a while. So just for the video sake, we'll just keep looking and I'll tell you which ones that would be worth buying. So this one is actually a really good example. How many are posted? So what you could do here is you could buy out all of these for 50 gold each, and then you could reset them to 200 gold each. And these have a really good sell rate. You'll be able to sell them off extremely quickly. So for an example, we'll go ahead and do this. Now what I would do is, if you have a second account, I would spread these across multiple realms. However, if you don't, you just sell them off one by one for a profit on this specific realm. Alright, we finished buying those out. Now looking back at the obsidian, we actually are going to buy these out because they are profitable as they are. But there is a little secret about these. If we look at the crimson gear, some of the crimson gear has went up from like 50 or 100 gold all the way up to like 10,000 gold for that. And now the crimson is season 1. So in season 1, when you did PvP, you got them out of the crates very easily. So there was a whole heap of the season 1 plans for the crafted PvP gear. But now we're in season 2, and then the price of these, like here's one for an example right here that I'm selling for 10k. I paid for some of these 75 gold each for this crimson plan right here. And if you look at the market value, it is 15k on this realm. And then if you look at the other prices, they're really high across the other realms too. So it's a really crazy thing that is happening with these. Basically, this is season 1. So they stopped obviously doing season 1 PvP when season 1 ended. So it was a lot harder to get these plans. And so the prices went up crazy. Now I'm expecting once we go into season 3, the exact same thing is going to happen, but with the obsidian PvP plans. So it would be a very good idea of buying all of these up, which we're going to buy these really cheap ones up right now, and we're going to buy up all of them. And for the main reason, obviously they're profitable right now with their market value, but it's only a few hundred gold. But they're probably going to go up a lot once we're in season 3. This is the season 2 PvP plans. They might sell a bit slower, but they're going to go up in price because it's not going to be easy for people to come across them anymore. Because in the season we're in right now, which is season 2, you just do PvP and you get a whole bunch of these, recipes very quickly. But once we go to season 3, they're not going to be getting them, so it's going to be a lot more scarce. So I'm expecting the price on the crimson and on the obsidian to continue to go up in value. So they're going to be a very good item to basically bet your money on that it will go up over time. And we're very close to the next season. So I should expect as soon as the season 3 starts, the prices on the obsidian will start going up, like the crimson plans are already going up. Like if you just look at the purchase data on this crimson plan, like I spent like 50 gold on these, 100 gold, super cheap. And then the market value for these now are 4k. The region market value average is 13k. So the crimson have went up a ridiculous amount of prices. So if you can still get the crimson ones for cheap, definitely worth buying. Now it's mainly just because people want to collect every single plan in Dragonflight. That's what crafters do. They buy all of them, they want all of them. And so they're constantly going to sell even though they're not in the current season. So they're a very good thing to invest in because they will go up. Well, I highly expect them to go up like the crimson ones have done. So we're going to buy out these cheap ones right here. Of these obsidian ones, we're only paying like 120 gold each. The market value already is 600 gold, so we could sell it up for that amount of price. We're going to buy out the whole stock of them. And like I mentioned before, what I'm going to do personally, because I have 2 accounts, is I'm going to be cross-realm trading these and moving them. So I have one of each on pretty much every single realm, so I have more of a chance of selling them, and they already sell extremely quick, so you should be able to sell your stock if you're cross realm trading these very quickly. So I'll go through and I'll show you a couple more items that we'll buy. And obviously there are some of the big plans that are worth like a lot of gold. Like for an example, this one right here, we've brought two of these in the past, one for 19k and then one for 20k, and we resold one for 38k and well, two for 38k each, and this one's got a much better price, and obviously they sell quick too because they're Dragonflight, current content, and these big ones that are worth a lot of gold. If you can get some good flips happening on these, you can make a lot of profit from flipping these. Alright, let's continue buying where we were up to. We've got one more to buy, do we? For that plan, yep. So we could do the same thing with this one right here. There's 13 of them posted for a very cheap price. The market value is already 300 gold, so we'd make profit from selling them. But I expect the prices of these, like I was just talking about, to go up. So I basically would go through here, any ones that are worth buying, that can sell for a profit at the time, I'll definitely invest and grab those. Just don't want to repeat the same thing. This one could be actually a good flip right here. These sell for about 4 to 5k constantly. There's a few posted for 2k. Let's actually go ahead and buy these. But we won't get carried away and do the exact same thing. Basically, I'd go through here from scanning TSM, buy out all of the good deals that are worth buying. Now I'll teach you about the second method of doing this and how that actually works. Now another tip, when you're selling these, if you already have the operations from the flipping guide, it will have you posting one at a time, so you constantly have one of every single recipe up on the auction house at once. And I recommend doing that because recipes have a pretty high deposit fee to actually put on the auction house compared to other items, so it's good to just post one at a time and not have like a whole, like if you've got 10 of them, there's no point posting all 10 of them. So let's select the new Dragonflight group from the flipping guide. We'll go ahead and we'll post up one of each of the new recipes that we just got, and as you can see, we'll save money by just posting one of each. Then when it sells, we can restock and just keep on restocking one. That way we're not paying for deposit fees that we're not actually needing. So what I'll do now, I'd have all these leftover materials. Because I have two accounts and I'm into cross realm trading, I would send these over, one of each, to a different realm, and I'd spread all of these out so they're on one realm each for all of them. But if you don't have two realms, what I would do is I would open up a guild bank, open up your bank so that you can have heaps of space, and then whenever you sell one, just simply go grab one out of your bank and then put it back up on the auction house on your realm that you play on. Before we move on to showing you how to do the other sourcing method for cross realm flipping, I just want to show you what I meant about the Crimson plans. So this is season 1 PvP plans. Look at the prices of these. Some of these have got ridiculous prices, and look, these are all under the market value. Like, they've got some really good prices, and I brought a bunch of these for like under like 100 gold, 200 gold each, and the prices went up. Now I expect the same thing to happen with the Obsidian, which is the season 2 PvP crafted plans. So I'll just show you on undermine.exchange. Alright, so if you look on this right here, this is the price, the average price across all of the realms in the region. As you can see, the prices of these are ridiculous. And considering they all used to be like 50 gold to 100 gold each on the auction house when it was in that first season, because everyone just had so many of them. And that's like the same thing that's happened with the Obsidian one right now. Alright, so while we're on this website, this is the second method of sourcing the items for really cheap prices. You're going to need two accounts, and you're going to head over to the website called undermine.exchange. So what this will do is that you can search up items and it'll give you a whole heap of prices and charts. So for an example, say we want to buy some of this Crimson gear that's really cheap. For an example, let's go ahead and find one that's got a good deal here. Perfect. Alright, so if we look at this right here, we can see on this spot right here, the lowest price on one of the realms on the US is only 250 gold, and we could resell this for anywhere up to like 10,000 gold, right? So what you want to do is you want to head right down to the bottom of the website, And here's another thing that I just want to show real quick. This was in Season 1. See how the price is so low? Season 1 ends, the price goes up. So I'm guessing the same thing is going to happen with the obsidian, and it will be the same sort of trend that we've had right here. But moving on, how to find the cheapest deals to actually buy these. You want to head right down to the bottom, and then you want to sort this right here by the price. And now what you're going to do is go down and you'll see, okay, this realm has the cheapest price available right now. There's one listed for 150 gold. So we got to head over to this realm right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Now what you'll do is make a character on that realm. If you don't already have a character set up on every single realm, but I'm guessing as a beginner you don't. So what you can do is simply just create a character, run it up to the auction house. Alright, so we're at the auction house. Let's see if it's still up on the auction house for sale. Sometimes what can happen is people can beat you to it and buy it before you do. So let's go ahead and search it up. It's still on here, perfect. So as you can see, the region market value average is 10k. So what we're going to do is we're going to group up with our second account, send some gold over here. So to connect them to the same realm where they can actually trade, you want to be friends on battle tag, and then you want to group up. And what this will do is phase them over to the same realm, and then from there you can simply trade back and forth. As you can see, here's my second account. We can trade over the gold to buy it. Right, so let's go ahead and trade the gold over. Jump back on the account, on the realm where it's up for sale for cheap. Let's go ahead and buy it. Very cheap deal for that. Alright, perfect. So we've got that. Grab it out of the mailbox and we can trade it back to our second account. And then what we do from there is trade from the second account back to this account on the realm we want to sell on. Right, so we've got the plan. And now we'll trade this back over to the second account. And there we go. We have it. We've moved it from the cheap realm. Now we've got it on the second account. Now what we'll do, for an example, we would find a realm which it has a good price on. Now to find the best realms to sell this on, you'd come down to the bottom here to this chart. You want to look at this chart, and it starts from the cheapest and it goes up to the more higher priced. So as you can see, there's realms that are selling up for 10,000, even over 10,000, 30,000. So you want to find a realm that has a good population, so you know it's going to sell quickly, and one that has a high price. So Silver Moon is good. Let's go ahead and move it over to Silver Moon where it is worth 30k. So what we'll do is we would go out of this realm that we just brought it on. Let's go down to Silver Moon. Here it is. It's a high population, so it should sell fairly quickly on this realm. Now let's log in, and we're going to move that recipe that we just brought over to this realm now by doing the same process. So we're going to group up with our second account, and then we're going to trade it over, and just like that it will be moved from the cheap realm to our second account and then onto the realm that has got the best price. So let's go ahead and group up. Alright, let's group up, accept the group, we'll go to the same realm, and this is where we can grab the item. And there we have it. Let's trade it over, and now we've got it on the realm where it's worth 30k. So let's go ahead and post it up on the auction house using the TSM groups. As you can see, 30k. So we've just paid 250 gold, and now we're reselling it for 30k gold. That is how, when you're doing it with cross realm, how it is going to work the best possible way. Now, if you would like to get these groups and you don't own the flipping guide, you can check out the flipping guide. It'll be the first link down below in the description box. However, if you already own the flipping guide, make sure you get the updated version of it, and it will have the new groups, the Dragonflight flips, and also Buffy material flip group. So we'll have them two new ones added, and the operations for them to sell profitably and correctly. So that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button, and remember to subscribe to the channel for more gold making and flipping videos. Till the next one, guys, take care.